The American dream has become an expectation. Typically includes getting married, having 2.5 children, and living in a nice neighborhood. Expressing your opinions and having the freedom to do so. The American dream is centered on the whole idea of equality for all. Many in society build up their entire existence and identity on success. People aspire to take advantage of the opportunities and have a seemingly perfect life that brings them much more than just contentment. We have the right to pursue happiness. The idea of the American dream has been instilled in every citizen, yet no one seems to agree on all the words. After interviewing 25 people about what this famous slogan entails, I received 25 different answers. But in the end, the same fundamental themes remained: the right to pursue happiness. This idea of the American dream has powered the hopes and aspirations of millions, generation after generation. Yet over time, the innocent dream began to encompass ideals far past fair ambition and creative drive. When Americans now talk about this dream, it becomes more about the right to achieving an abundance of material possessions instead, like a new car, a business, a new house, and even a dog. Jim Cullen, author of The American Dream, a short story of the ideal that shaped a nation, writes, "The Pilgrims may not have actually talked about this dream, but they would have understood the idea. After all, they lived as people who imagined a destiny for themselves. So did the Founding Fathers, so did illiterate immigrants who could not speak English, but who intuitively expressed rhythms of their dreams with their hands and their hearts." Anna Katzis, Carmel High School senior, says, "My dad and his family immigrated here from Greece many years ago. He said arriving here was like looking at a book filled with blank pages, ready to be covered in sentiments of success and happiness. I think it really hit him when both of my grandparents were working 2 factory jobs to barely make ends meet. The American dream is this idea of an unattainable perfection. But I think it gives people that hope and motivation that their hard work will pay off." According to Kate Ellis, author of the article A Better Life, published in American Radio Works, historian James Truslow Adams coined the phrase "the American dream" during the depths of the Great Depression. He wanted to underscore the nation's central historic theme, the American dream. He was careful to say that this dream was not just a desire for affluence, but the term quickly came to include it. Soon, the phrase held a linkage to mobility, a better life, and the products that would make it so. In 1933 came the introduction of Roosevelt's New Deal. This brought a wave of new homeowners. In 1944 came the GI Bill of Rights, which offered free college tuition, cheaper living expenses, and health care. After World War II, college went from being an upper-class entitlement to virtually the birthright for the booming middle class, writes Kate Ellis. In 1960s, unemployment was low, and the economy was booming. With all of these circumstances, the Americans believed strongly in the American dream and felt as though their efforts had brought them success that they were experiencing. Although, in the 1970s, after a decade of citizens focusing on their material success rather than the hard work it requires, their vision of a promising future began to fade. In 1979, President Carter made a televised address to the nation. In a nation that was proud of hard work, strong families, and close-knit communities with our faith in God, too many of us now tend to worship self-indulgence and consumption. Human identity is no longer defined by what one does, but by what one owns. But we've discovered that owning things and consuming things does not satisfy our longing for meaning. It has since been true that Americans hold on to this sacred value of hard work to earn themselves a better life. Out of the 25 people that I interviewed, I received a various array of answers. I also made sure to ask the same question to very different people. People from different classes, different genders, different ages. And when I asked each individual what their personal American dream was, I noticed that their answers fell into major categories. Some dreamed of achievement. Some dreamed of family goals. Some dreamed of opportunity. But all were looking for happiness. Thank you.